Hey, welcome back, beautiful people. This is Paper Play Action. I am your host, Amani Brown. We are once again back for another podcast one more time. I'm here also with our hosts, our co-hosts, Paul and Andre.
Howdy, howdy.
What's good?
Hello.
Here we go. But,
Howdy to you all.
yeah. So, let's kick it off with someone else's week because we're always hearing from mine right at the beginning. So, we'll just do that just to kind of mix it up. Gotta change it, spice it up a little bit. Who would like to go first?
Oh man, it doesn't matter to me.
I refuse to go
Flip a
first.
coin. All right, sure, I'll go first.
I'll blatant refuse.
Spice it up a little.
For my, let me see. Hold on. For my week, I have been reading 6 Ways, Approaches, and Entries for Practical Magic by Aidan, Wachter, and I've been rereading the Egyptian Book of the Dead. Both books hold stupid amounts of wisdom in them, and just knowledge and top of knowledge and top of knowledge. But 6 Ways is mainly what I wanted to talk about. As I said, it's called 6 Ways, Approaches, and Entries for Practical Magic. That's by Aidan Wachter, who does have a website. It's aidanwachter.com. Let me see. Does he? His. Well, I'm not going to read his about page because that might be something that someone wants to discover for themselves. But he currently has, of the books that he has out, there is 6 Ways, and there is also Weaving Fate, Hypersigils, Changing the Past, and Telling True Lies. And this book, basically, it's really, it's magic boiled down into a very, very simple method of teaching, quote unquote, communication, understanding, just branching the bridge, or bridging the concepts of the simplicity that is actual magic into a entertaining, because the book is entertaining. You know, it's not like a, here, read this ancient text that's really boring and you really can't understand what they're saying. You need some sort of manuscript or something to transcribe the old way of speaking into. It's not like that at all. You know, it's modern, and it's like, hey, yo guys, like, very simply put, this is what it is.
Yeah.
And just from my own personal experiences, this is 100% dead ass. Like this stuff is very much, it's like, hey, you are a part of the cosmos, you are a part of this planet. Here's how you interact with the things around you in the planet and the cosmos and within yourself. And like, here are all these things that you maybe do not know about, maybe you do know about them. Here's just my understanding of it. Let's boil it down into a very digestible, very understandable, just form of communication. So that is a great book to get on Amazon. That is on Amazon that you can get that. And also the Egyptian Book of the Dead, the revised edition. Huge book, very heavy. Also on Amazon. This kind of stuff.
That Egyptian culture.
I'm not a huge I personally do not subscribe to Egyptology, just because I feel that it is my personal belief that there's a lot of really lost, really misinterpreted, and really just incorrect information, simply because it's information being digested and transferred through a lens, filtered through a lens that the perspective on it is very of this world and very not of this world, rather. Of today's society, of modern society, and whatever society that you are in at the time, based upon the information that you're getting and when that information arose and who gave it. But
so it doesn't feel like as raw as it would be from a certain point.
Yeah,
So it's just like, okay.
Exactly. And so just over the years of me studying ancient Commission texts, and just as much as I can get my hands on, the Egyptian Book of the Dead was absolutely one of them. And outside of my own personal interests, I think that as if you like if you put it like this, if you have any care in the world for the way people respected I'm not gonna say they were all priests, but if you have any care in the world for how people respected the passing of life, or how people respect the passing of life in general, you should read this book, because it is a very beautiful book, and it is holistic. It's a very big what's the word? A very big misconception about ancient Egypt. Egypt is the popular name for it, but for the location, a very big misconception is that they were what is the word? That they not raised, that they praised multiple gods. That is not true. They were a monotheistic people.
Okay. And
each individual god does represent different. See, and I don't want to go into the. I don't want to teach anything right now, but that's a very big misconception. And so, if you can read this book, understanding that is a very big misconception, you will start to see the way that the gods are talked about. That these beings, these heroes, these legends, these entities, you will understand that they are representative of something, not exactly that they are that individual, that being itself. So, why I wanted to bring these two to the table really is just because it's really cool information. It's really expansive, really mind-blowing, and also, like, who doesn't want to? If you've watched Doctor Strange,
yes.
If you've watched Harry Potter, if you've watched Lord of the Rings, if you even for a second dipped a toe into fantasy, I don't understand why you wouldn't want to read something like this. So do yourself a favor, realize that you are capable of wielding the forces of the planet, and that is simply because you are the forces of the planet, and do it, because once you do it, a lot of things go really, really well for you. And I love you all, and I want you to know things. I want you to know things that people aren't telling you, and it's really difficult to know those things because a lot of people do the things that they see everyone else doing, but you just need someone to expose you to it. Hence this lovely ass podcast, boy.
I mean, that is true. That is the whole point.
That is the whole point. So yeah, that's my week. That's my week. I just want you guys to, hey, what, man? Even if you don't go look the books up, at least now someone has told you that those books exist.
Precisely. You are now aware of the information. It's there in your head. You can always come back to it in some way, shape, or form. It's there. It's like, all right. So, Paul, you want to go next, or can I take it? Unless are you done? Unless you're done. I don't want to skip past Andre.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I was like thinking about it. I'm like, wait a minute. He definitely didn't give us like an outro. But
yes, I am finished.
Cool.
Like we're in anime now. But
me and you, Paul, what's up?
I guess let me go. I imagine mine's gonna be shorter than yours. Cause
that's fair enough.
Alrighty, so mine was another one of those weeks where I didn't quite have much going on. I do want to preface real quick, or not preface. I want to add something about Malazan last week's episode. If anybody ever sees this, it's not that the characters are characterized weird or poorly. It's rather like he legit, like you'll get a character that's their, they're the focus of whatever that chapter or chunk is, and you'll get some of their thoughts and whatever, and that's good. That's fine. It's kind of like how characterization goes. But everyone else has their own motivations and reasons for doing things, and even though if it's not said, they feel incredibly believable and it's very realistic. It's just not ham-fisted or, you're not being held by the hand while you read it. It's very, I feel that. Very different. Very good. Very good series. But for this week, I didn't really have much. And about, 4 hours before this, I ended up buying that game Valheim. And my God, man, what a beautiful little gem. Like the graphics, it's like if PS1 almost hit PS2, but stayed PS1 with the textures, but then got like all the post-processing and whatnot that we have nowadays on top of it. And it was a survival game, but it wasn't so much like survival where it's like you're starving. whereas like the food, like changes like how your health works and whatnot. And I'm not too far in, but that's my thing of the week. And if people are looking for a game I think it's $20, it's early access, and you want to like grow and play a new game that's Norse mythology and survival and all of this stuff, and feels kind of unlike anything else, I would strongly recommend it, because like the crafting system is very I don't know, it's very free flowing, and yet it kind of like snaps to, so you can build your pieces. The combat feels pretty darn good. I know I'm not selling it too well. I did play it recently. I would have normally written down some notes, but yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's a very cool thing, and the art style is very, very, I want to say serene. Like even when I was getting scared because I was getting, just absolutely ganked on by like 5 mobs. Like
I must preference audience when Paul gets ganked on by anything in a video game. It's hilarious to listen to. I have to press it.
Yeah, because I start like
to bear witness to that.
I mean, if it's not me if I'm dominating, you'll hear one side of the coin, because I'll be like, "Come on, bitch!" And like things like that, or it's the like scream. So. But anyways, yeah, so that's my take for the week. I know it's pretty short, but yeah, guys, go check out Valheim. I'm sure if you go on Twitch, you'll find somebody playing it. It's very popular right now. But yeah.
It is kind of popping. Honestly, it was going to be on my thing of the week had I gotten it. But Paul actually beat me to it. So it was fine. And on top of that, he mentions like the PS1 graphics. I have to just point this out. It's like my favorite art style like ever. I don't know why. Like, out of all the retro graphics feelings, specifically, so, like, sprite art's really cool. I love sprite art. It's just really nice to look at sometimes. It's like, but, there's one in particular area I want them to just mess around and do games in for a little bit, because we already went through all of our indie game phase of, like, sprite art stuff. It's that PS1 era. Just make PS1 era style stuff look really good, and I'm like, yes, and that's what Valheim does. It's, like, PS1 style graphics with, like, actual geometric lighting and like weather effects and things of that nature. Like
honestly, I don't even think that playing it or like watching somebody plays it does it justice, because like that first time like you enter the game is there's like this giant bird from Norse mythology flying you in, holding onto you, and it flutters down or whatever and drops you off in the forest, and then you get a good look at the game, and that's where it hits. You're like, oh my god, this is actually like a very beautiful game. It's like everything looks simple, but it's hidden behind also like the bloom and post-processing, particle effects, everything. And so even though like the textures look like PS1 pixelized textures, like it's beautiful, man. It's hard to explain.
I'm watching the trailer on Steam, and this looks incredible.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah. Like the other thing I was gonna say to help preference how cool Valheim is that it's like he mentioned that it's Norse mythology, but that's not to be overlooked. Like it really is, like it drops you in a Norse mythological world. Like you are there's some of the things that are just walking around and stuff like that are things from the lore that that like all of the stuff that you see. I don't think you're seeing like the world serpent or anything like that, but you are seeing like the trolls and things like that are moving around, and they're to scale and things of that nature.
I didn't even notice this until, because like games like that, you start looking around or whatever. I just decided I'm going to look up at the night sky, and I look up and it's dark and everything, but there's like green glowing, and this might have been in daytime, I might be getting confused, but like up above the world and connected by 2 branches on either side. So can you go up on it, can you not, who knows? There's these giant like world branches, like synonymous in Norse mythology, and they're like green and like fluttering, and it's like, can we go up there? I don't know, and I don't think anybody should look it up, because you don't want to spoil that for yourself just in case. But yeah, man, it's cool. It's
really cool.
Nice little gem.
A lot of friends are playing it. I'm definitely gonna have to jump onto it at some point whenever I get the opportunity. But I guess I'll jump into my week now. So first off, I'm gonna mention I watched a show called Kid Cosmic. This is a show on Netflix that has this almost retro comic style. It's like a newspaper comic style art style. It reminds me of not the Boondocks, not specifically the Boondocks, but like more so. What is the name of? And I'm gonna make some people feel old by saying this. What is the name of the comic strip that has the little kid and his tiger, like his pet.
Oh,
like
Calvin
his
and
little,
Hobbes.
Yes, it has almost an art style indicative of that. To be honest, and it's on Netflix. To tell you how good this show is, just right off the bat, I remember seeing it before, like seeing trailers and stuff, and being like, I like this art style, I'm gonna check that out. I started it yesterday night. I finished it today.
Oh, nice.
Like, I ran through this.
Wow.
And I'm not a person, like, I'll binge stuff to an extent, but it's very rare that I'll just be like, so I'm just gonna sit here and finish the series. Like, I'm just gonna do that. It's like 10 episodes, if I'm not mistaken. And it is also, I have to preface this because this is the thing that got me into it as well. It is also by the same person who created Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow, you just hooked me.
Yep. And
Damn it.
I believe, no, actually, I remember seeing something about how the creator of Powerpuff Girls was involved as well, but I cannot confirm that one. I have to go look back again just to see. But apparently these two people are involved on this, and I was like, I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check it out. And I checked it out. It's really good.
This reminds me of Chalk Zone.
Dude, it's really good.
Oh,
when I say,
man.
like, the best way to describe it is that he wanted to experiment with more of caricatures. Well, not caricatures, characters that grow. So whereas in Foster's Home and stuff like that, it's more episodic, and there are little like lessons to be learned in each one or whatever like that, and you learn little bits and pieces. There's no overarching story in Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. It's just every day is a different adventure. This one takes a bit of that Steven Universe, a bit of that like, not, I wanted to say Adventure Time, because it does. Adventure Time has its like little points in which it goes into like story arcs and stuff like that. But because it's on a Netflix series, the story is way more concise. Like the moments in between story beats are kind of, they're allowed to be really consistent because of the fact that, like, you know, we have a 10 episode series on Netflix. Like it goes from beginning to end, and then I think they got confirmed for 2 more seasons already.
Heck yeah!
I got to the end of the first one, and I'm like, I can see why. I get it. I get it. It's really cool, honestly.
Wow.
It's about this. Without going too much in details, it's about this kid who literally starts off the series by finding these alien rocks that landed on Earth. And he's like, okay, like, cool, I love space, everything about it, I'm gonna turn them into rings. Like, he makes them rings, and goes to start to mess with them, and he's confident. He's just absolutely confident that these things have to have some type of power. They just have to. And then it turns out that they do. Like, he's running around the town, and everybody's like, okay, whatever, kid, you know, whatever, do your thing. You meet what I have to say is probably one of my new favorite characters in general. She's just going on the billboard. Her name is Jo. Jo's cool.
Yes.
Jo is treated as, like, she's obviously, like, the most mature one out of the group. There's literally an old man in the group, and somehow she manages to be more mature than him, too.
Old people suck. I'm coining it first.
He's not even bad, like, because he's emotionally good, but she's like the strategist of the group. So, like, as it goes on, he's like, okay, I got a ring. What does this ring do? And then he starts flying, and he goes and finds Jo, and he's like, Jo, look at what I can do. And she looks at it and is just like, are you flying? Like, she reacts to it as the most normal person possible. Because initially she's just like, that doesn't make any sense. What are you doing? And he's like, the rings are real. They work. And she's like, where are the rest of them? He's like, right here. He's like, bet. Now I have superpowers. Give me one. I want to figure out what mine does.
Nice.
And I'm like, yes, Jo. You know. It's like, but as the series goes on, like, a bunch of other characters get it. There's 5 rings. So by the time the series ends, I don't want to spoil who gets it, but obviously you can look up in probably some of the trailers or whatever who probably gets the rings. But I'll just say this, like, they do a really good job of playing with characters and characters having overarching stories and narratives. But it's fun. The main deal about it all is that it's fun. Like, it's a cartoon that I would put up there with the Gumball and Steven Universe and all the modern day cartoons, the good modern day ones.
Yeah.
It goes right up there. It's perfect.
Nice, dude. Okay.
Heck yeah.
You guys know what we're talking about now. It's up there with some good modern day cartoons. It's cartoons where you're like, is this for kids or is this for me?
Yeah, it's genuinely makes you think that sometimes. You're like, drops little hints and little things like that too. They caught me a couple times because one of the characters plays around with portals. Literally, they have what is essentially the portal gun as an ability.
Oh, nice.
So the best way to say this is like this cartoon does not shy away from playing with that idea as it stands. It just doesn't go as far as to be like, we're gonna straight up murder somebody with it. But they're not afraid to be like, oh yeah, it definitely just does this. Definitely, yeah. If anybody knows how portals work in anything, it's like, oh, okay, yeah. So we're doing that. Yes.
Understandable.
The next thing on my list I'm going to mention is actually a YouTuber by the name of Kevnyan. Kenyan. Kenyan. I was actually just checking him out the other day. He's just a animator who is making what I have to say is probably a pretty funny series. I just happened to catch what he was doing a couple days, saw a couple of shorts. He has such a good art style going for these shorts. Because initially it's shorts, and then he was like, okay, people seem to be interested in these shorts. I will start making proper episodes out of these. And they're not like 20 minutes long or anything like that. This is just, from what I understand, just one guy animating these things. But like he's making them into a proper like narrative, so to speak. Or I say narrative, it's a show. This one is the very opposite of Cosmic Kid or Kid Cosmic. It's called Kid Cosmic. Whereas it's definitely episodic. It is not for kids. I'm not gonna pretend like it is.
Okay.
The first thing that they start, like, I think like the first word said is literally, "What the fuck is happening here?"
Oh, nice.
Sick, dude.
But if you go look it up, he has this very Jet Set Radio, fully coolly art style that I'm just kind of like, you know what? If I could give you money for this, I will. I'll do it. It's like, and I just hope to see more of where that's going. They're pretty funny. The honest truth is they're comedic, and they just catch your attention. It's very colorful characters, very two-dimensional characters as well. Which some people might be like, oh, two-dimensional characters, it's not great. It's like no. It's for the best because it's like
right.
Yeah. If it's done right, it's perfect.
It's done right. It's perfect.
What's it called again?
But he is Kenyan, Kenyan. If you look up on YouTube, you can see his stuff. It's just some fun stuff that he's got going on. Like if you probably click on, like, I think the first thing after seeing his like page, you'll be like, oh, that's probably it's probably some of the videos he's looking at, and they look cool. They honestly are cool. Very beautifully animated. It's kind of ridiculous. Next up for me, I was actually listening to some music. I was listening to the Akuma 2 album by Alex and Tokyo Rose specifically. You can go check them out on like pretty much anywhere you listen to music. But that album is kind of fire. The music is electronic. It's like more of a it's definitely like electronic dance kind of music, but it has what I can describe as a very cyberpunky feel.
Okay.
To the whole thing. And honestly, when listening to it as like I was listening to it, excuse me, it was very clear that this was like, it almost felt like it was the soundtrack to a game, like story was supposed to be happening. Because it's not. It's very clearly not. But as I was going through it, like a perfect example, one of the songs is called Antagonist through it, and Rival. Like they have a song called Antagonist and Rival. And those songs make you feel like you got in a fight with somebody.
Understandable.
Like it sounds like a cyberpunk thing when you got in a fight with somebody.
Something like down, yeah.
It has that very like almost like how Redline was. You know how because
Yeah.
you listen to Redline. It's very similar to that, except more of a. I want to say. I actually don't want to say lo-fi. Lo-fi is not. It's more hype than lo-fi. Wouldn't say it, but it definitely has that kind of feel where it's just kind of like. You get your blood pumped. You're like, yeah, this is a story. Wherever it's happening, I don't know what's happening, but I can envision the whole thing. It's definitely something that, like, if you like electronic music, you should go check out. And if you don't like electronic music, you should try it out anyway, just because of the fact that, you know, you can like anything. Like, just because, perfect example is, I'm not a big fan of country music, but Johnny Cash is pretty good.
Right?
He's got some good songs. Johnny Cash got some pretty good songs. But I don't care about country music, but Johnny Cash.
So, I mean, granted, that was Nine Inch Nails first.
Isn't that a cover?
They've
That's a
said
cover,
that's.
though,
What's up?
Isn't that a cover?
Yeah, it's a cover, but they the singer already said, like, yeah, that's Johnny's. He took that.
He took it from me. He did it better. I'm good, bro.
Yeah.
I don't blame him.
Respect to the king.
I'm just like, yeah, you know, you gotta respect the man. Honestly, if you kill a song so good that the creator of the song is like, yeah, it's not mine anymore, you did it, bro. You just did it.
Yeah.
You own that song now. But last thing for my week is a very interesting book. Andre, you specifically will find this one even more interesting. Not saying that this wouldn't inherently entice you, Paul, but more so this, and you'll understand why. This one is literally called. This is literally the title of the book. The title starts now. The world's strongest wizard becomes Manaless.
Is what?
Sounds interesting.
The world's
actually.
strongest wizard becomes Manaless.
Oh my god.
Okay, so I'm gonna preface this right now. This book is just solo leveling.
Yeah.
This book
Yeah.
is just solo leveling.
Oh, you won me over already.
I don't understand
It's
what the
just-
hell you're talking about. Like,
I'll explain in a moment. The reason why I had to say like this book is just solo leveling because Andre will now understand what I'm getting at as to why I'm like, you need to go check this out. But what happens in this book, because it's I actually almost finished it, but I haven't finished it yet. I'm like probably 2-3 chapters away from actually finishing it myself. But the deal with it, what makes it so interesting, is that and you'll love this. You honestly, Andre, you'll love this. The deal is that we start off with a world that is on the brink of destruction because of monsters. They actually give you an entire lore dump in the beginning just to be like, yo, this is the world we're setting up? This is the world we're setting up. Now understand how we got here. So no, it's an entire world. Humanity's on the brink of destruction. Monsters exist, murdering people. Big sad. Yes, big sad.
Yikes.
One of the goddesses are like, oh dang, humanity's really getting like just demolished. That's really sucks. That's some trash. That's some trash luck. You know what? Anybody that like lives in my city, if you come to my city, I got you. From this day forth, anybody born in my nation will forever be changed. They will be able to handle the problems that arise to them. Don't worry. You will have my blessing. And it's like, okay, cool. So, the blessing is, he gave them magic. Well, technically, he gave them mana.
Yeah.
He gave them the ability to have stats.
Sick. Yes.
And everyone... Now, here's the thing. They get this. Because of this, now everyone in this area can now handle monsters with ease. Like, they don't just destroy them instantly, but now we can defend ourselves properly against them. Because before, we're just getting trounced. Monsters they just destroy. They just destroy. If you were a human trying to fight monsters, it just wasn't a good time. You shouldn't have tried. Human, after you get mana, monsters maybe they should stop trying as much. Maybe monsters should stop trying as much. He's like, but there's still tragedy in the story a little bit. So everyone outside of that kingdom wiped out completely. They get wiped out. They're just done for it. They get nothing. But yeah, so the rest of humanity is just gone. But outside of that kingdom, outside of this nation, so to speak, I say nation because there are kingdoms within this nation, but over time they spread out and go forth and, kind of not completely repopulate. They're healthy. Humans are healthy in healthier numbers again.
Right.
So because of this and everyone has this ascendancy, they now have mana. The deal is that, like I said before, everyone gets stats. You are born with certain stats that are tested by letter grades. They do not go up. They do not go down. Your stats are your stats from the day you were born.
Dang.
And he's like, so you could be born with C is like the average person. So the idea is you could never, if I'm not mistaken, you can never be born with less than C in anything. You're just the average person. But you can be born with a B stat in something else. So they literally went almost the D&D route where it's like it's strength, dexterity, agility.
Very nice.
I think it's spirit. Spirit specifically is like magic.
Nice.
And stamina, which is your defense and ability to move with the quick. Well, it's not with the quickness, but like endurance essentially. It's your defense, but it also is like, your actual stamina too.
Mm-hmm.
Now the deal is, B grade means that you got above average. You could just do more. Pretty good. It's pretty good to have a B grade in anything. Is like, if you are A grade, you're a cut above the rest. You're an elite. You got A in something, you out here.
Mm-hmm.
If you have an S, also that's one thing I have to really preference about this. This is an American book, or maybe like a Western book. I'm not entirely sure who was writing it, but it's a Western book. This man, whoever it is, this woman, clearly reads manga. Clearly watches anime.
Gotcha.
Right.
Very clearly. Because they're like, yo, you got an S rank stat in something? What do you mean you have an S rank stat in something? Like, people pay attention to you if you have an S rank stat. That's extra. That's like three. They actually mentioned that like 3 people in the world have an S rank stat. It's that rare. They're like, yo,
dang.
Sounds like a Brandon Sanderson book. My God.
There's like 3 people.
That is exactly. That's soul leveling.
Mm-hmm. Now,
that's soul leveling.
Yeah, it feels like it. The deal is
yeah.
We pick up
I mean, of
one
course,
of
it's his own thing.
Stats.
But that's sick, dude.
We pick up with Zephyr. Zephyr is living in the woods by himself. Well, not by himself. He has another companion, but I won't go in too much with that. But he's living in the woods with a companion. My homie's just like, I just want to go find cool artifacts. He has an S rank in spirit. And so he's got dumb magic.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
dumb
you try to
magic.
challenge him to dumb magic. You try to fight him
Add some
with
bass.
anything that involves magic, he will trounce you. You shouldn't have tried. Why did you try? Why did you think you could try? He has S rank stats, bro. Why did you think you could try? He's like, and usually the S rank is only in one stat. Like, there's like 3 people in the world that have it, and they all have a S in like a certain stat.
Mm-hmm.
Zephyr goes to this dungeon. He's like, yep, I'm gonna get some cool items. Also, got a preference. The design that they decided for this character is pretty cool. Because for some reason, and I like it, but he walks around with this thing called the Mask of Fear, which is essentially just a skeleton mask that he keeps on his person that causes people to be afraid of him. And second, he has a defense cloak. He has straight up a defense cloak on him. So it can get tattered or whatever, doesn't matter. It literally protects him from being slashed, pierced, bludgeoning damage, like anything. Like it just works.
Gotcha.
Like granted, the way with stats work as well is that if anything hits you higher than that number for like certain like magical clothing or whatever, they still hit you pretty hard for it. Like it's just not strong enough to block it. Yeah, it's like that. It's like, ooh, that hurt. It's like, yeah, it did, didn't it? But he goes into this place and he's like, all right, cool. Looking for artifacts. Gonna go through a dungeon, find me some cool stuff. It'll be dope. Finds a sword. I gotta remember what the name is, but it's a black sword. Specifically, like, the blade is black, and it is not a great sword, but for some reason it's dumb heavy too. He goes to pick it up. He's like, my strength is garbo. I can really not pick this up. He's like, I really can't. This is really heavy. The thing is like, yo, so we registered a new user. He's like, wait a minute, what? Okay, so user acquired. It's been registered to Zephyr. You got it. This is your sword, bro. He was like, all right. I got a sword. I can't appraise it for some reason because the sword is, that was the deal. This is the deal that, like, with this sword that makes you that lets you know really early this sword ain't normal. He goes to appraise the sword. The sword is like the appraisal system for him is like, I don't know what that is, man. I got no idea. And he's like, the only way I cannot appraise something is if that thing is stronger than me. And that is a sword. He's like, that's not possible. So he goes to pick up the sword. He's like, the sword's dumb heavy. The sword's like, all right, cool, registered to you. He's like, all right, dope. That sounds nice. Why do I feel off all of a sudden?
Uh-oh.
Looks at his stats. Why is my mana at 0? Why is my spirit at... My spirit doesn't even say 0. It just says not... It has question marks. It's unidentified.
He's just in an unfortunate circumstance.
He's like, what is happening? And suddenly he realizes, oh no.
He came out of nofap for one day, man. God.
This sword just took away my mana. It just took away all... Like that S-rank stat just vanished, bro.
This man has been zapped.
Dude.
And it is at this point that he's like, okay, that's kind of crazy. That's kind of weird. I don't know what that's about. He very quickly finds out he can now level up other stats. His good one disappears. His great one goes away. But his other ones kind of stick around. Now, this is where it gets weird because the story goes in a weird direction after this. So, what I thought was going to be a story about how our homie here is going to deal with things without magic. Which is a fair point to this story. We at some point have a 5-year time skip. And my man comes out buff as shit.
Nice.
He leveled up almost everything. He got his strength close to S rank. I think it's in S rank. It's like the only one that could be considered an S rank. Also, the other deal is that he can't properly tell. Like, he gets the ability to level up his stats, but he's given numbers, so he can't actually... He has to... The only way to compare it is to go fight somebody that has an S or, like, an A to gauge it. So, like, the idea is, like, when he looks at his stats, he's like, I know I got a lot of points in here. I don't know what that means, though, in comparison to, like, other people. He's like, but he gets his stats... He gets his S... He gets his strength to S... He gets his, but I'm going to go with the letter system just because I understand they kind of explain a little bit after a bit. He gets his strength to S, and I think his agility and dexterity, wrong. I think his strength is at A, his stamina is at S. I could have it wrong. It's either way. Go check out the book. You'll see it either way. Right. So it doesn't really matter. Like,
go read it. You'll figure it out.
Yeah, go read the book, you'll figure it out. But basically the idea is that, like, we get a 5-year time skip, and he's like, okay, I'm pretty good now. He's like, but there are people in the world who are trying to murder me. Like, there's just people in the world that don't like me because I'm the strongest wizard. They just don't.
Everybody
hurts.
Like,
yeah. So it's just like, he tells his assistant, he's like, let's just keep the idea that I don't have my magic under wraps. Because it's not like nobody doesn't know. When you are found out to be an S-rank anything, people are like, that guy's an S-rank thing. Like, it doesn't go away.
Kill him.
He's like, people just, they see it and they're like, well, alright, he's good at that thing. That's just what he's good at. Don't bother. You become a legend very quickly.
Understandable.
He's like, yeah. He was like, that man has an S rank. Like, if someone had an S rank in strength, and he's like, all right, so I punched the wall and it exploded. Like, oh.
The wall like, doesn't exist anymore.
Clickety clack, the wall should have stepped back.
But, they do talk, like, the idea is like, he's like, okay, we'll keep that under wraps, but I do want to practice against other S ranks. So they set off on a little adventure to find other people who have incredibly high stats for him to test himself against, essentially. That's kind of the initial idea of their journey. And I won't get into much more than that because I pretty much covered maybe the first 3 chapters of this book very quickly. Like, I covered the first one in detail, but like the next 2, I'm gonna glance over these because it threw me off when I initially got to it. So I had to mention this because it's like, don't want you to go into it being like, it's gonna be a story about him leveling up. No, like, there's a decent part of it that is about him leveling up. But it's so very obvious that it's like, okay, we have a bigger story to tell here, clearly. And it's like, I look forward to it. They introduced a really cool character in here, too. This is also the moment in which I knew that this thing was basically an anime because they described the S rank dexterity character. It's a little petite girl.
Oh boy.
S rank dexterity. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. She does like a dimension cut on a giant.
There it is.
She does the anime thing where she appears behind somebody and then a gust of wind appears and they just fall. And I'm like, oh, okay. Someone's been reading a lot of anime.
The old badass.
Someone's been reading, watching, they've been doing it. I was like, but that's the world's strongest wizard becomes Manaless. It's a fun ride. They have some really cool, like, it's not, because as far as reading it goes, it's not complicated. It's actually not a complicated book at all. Like, it's really simple, and the action is described very clearly. Like, there's a lot of, I guess, there's not a lot of fluff, so to speak, in the book. So it's everything is described very decisively. There's little bits and pieces. Parts of me kind of makes me think that this could be this person's first popular book, or first, like, they haven't written much work beforehand. But it's good. It's really good. It is fun. It's a fun thing. Like, it's definitely something you could jump on and be like, alright, I might have a good time. And you'll enjoy it because, much like solo leveling, Loki just kind of giving us excuse to get to the next punching scene. Loki just kind of giving us an excuse.
Heck yeah, dude.
To get to the next fight scene. And the fight scenes are pretty good.
I think sometimes, like the best stories are the ones that are just like, just here you go, have at it, you know?
He's like, I'm having fun. Yeah, like, you're just like, I want to tell a thing, and we're going to do it, and we're going to do it right. We're going to do it.
Because why not?
He's like, that's how I feel about it. And I don't blame anybody for doing that, because it's cool. Now, that does it for my week. That was the last thing. The world's strongest wizard becomes Manaless. Akuma 2 and Kid Cosmic are things you can go check out right away. Kevnyan. I really am having a struggle to pronounce his name in particular. It's Kevnyan, I'm pretty sure, but I feel like I keep messing it up because it's clearly an A there.
Right.
I feel like I should be putting more pronunciation on that. I feel like I say yen instead of yen, but it's fine. I don't think he'll kill me. I'm promoting his channel.
There you go, dude.
I spelt it out for the people. It's okay.
By the people, for the people.
Exactly. Eagle. Fly off. But from here on, we'll just jump right into the news.
Heck yeah.
And the first thing up that I found that I thought was kind of strange, and I'm not gonna lie, I saw it and was like, really, is apparently Dota's getting a Netflix show, and I'm like, what do you mean Dota is getting a Netflix show?
I thought Dota faded out by this point.
Show. Netflix is just gonna have every show.
They've run out of
ideas. If you didn't think, listen, guys. If there's a property that you love that you're not sure will ever get some sort of animation or live action, Netflix is doing it. Okay,
they're doing it somehow.
They're doing it. It just wait for them to release the trailer, or like whatever. Yeah, just their Twitter will tell you, or they'll drop it a bit. Look, IGN. Yeah, just pay attention. You'll get it.
This one is actually called
Dota Dragon's Blood.
Dragon's Blood, yeah. Dota's
cool,
Dragon's Blood.
Man.
And,
I like the animation.
Yeah,
it's cool. Dude. It doesn't look bad. It's just one of those things where you look at it, you're like, Dota?
Right.
Really?
did not
you're
expect
you're
Dota,
getting
but,
a series.
you know,
Yeah.
let them have their fun, I
was
guess.
I was like, okay, we're doing Dota.
You know what?
Fine.
You know what? I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I don't need or want another show about killing dragons. Okay.
That's
I
fair.
don't.
I
I
could
don't
agree
need
with
it.
that, yeah.
I don't care. You know what? Show me a show about a dude who goes around the world killing a bunch of other dudes because they want to kill dragons. Show me that,
That'd be
okay?
different. That'd
Because
actually be
if you're
different.
gonna
Show
be
me the
honest,
dragon.
if we're, show me the dragon. Show me the
Start off
dragon
with the
who
dragon.
decides, you know what, screw this. I'm going to turn into a human being and I'm going to kill everyone who is hunting my species.
Oh, that would be
Everyone.
fucking dope,
That'd
That'd
be
actually
so
be a
cool.
really cool thing.
right? Oh my god.
You know
Make it
what
like
we do?
Berserk.
You know what we like to do? You know what dragons like to do, guys? Yeah, man, that'd be a great show. A show that's just about a dragon who became a human and just went around the world trying to decide if he's going to wipe out mankind or if he's going to understand them and try to show them, hey,
Bro.
you're killing dragons and you should really not be killing dragons. We're dragons.
Dude.
Like, that's really cool.
I
It's really
got
cool.
I
You
got
wanna
the
kill a
voice and I got the
dragon, you know?
tagline. Like his speech in the trailer, he's gonna go like,
Live or die, I'm not sure, but one thing is certain. I'm gonna have one hell of a time.
oh my
Yeah,
god,
that's sick, dude.
dude. And then like just like like some like action heavy set view. Whew, made me tingle.
I'm down for this. I'm down for this idea.
Feeling kind of weird.
Now,
Copyright. That's ours.
it's our. We're taking
Fuck
it.
off! Sorry, I gotta quit cussing on the thing, but
But
we're all
the next
Yoda
one,
is getting a show.
the next one is kind of a sad note. The Age of Daft Punk is over.
yeah.
Oh, they've hung up the helmets.
It's all over.
Oh.
They actually have an entire video that's called the epilogue, but it's 7 minutes long, so I can't put it in here. It's just not gonna.
Yeah, I don't want to skip
Cool.
that. I want to watch it.
After what was it? 29 years maybe?
Something close, almost 3 decades.
Yeah,
Oh god, man.
They decided that
the time
now's
had
the
come.
time. It's time to stop. Well, one of them specifically was like, I just want to hang it up now. I'm done.
Yeah,
It's
It's
So,
always the
that's
one.
usually how it goes with a duo.
Yeah.
They was just like, it's all right, man.
That's how it is in
Daft
marriage,
Punk is
you
over.
know. Personal experience, you feel me? Not my marriage, my parents, guys. Anyways,
That'd be funny if it's both. But
yeah.
no, we're not gonna risk that. just the idea that like you're just like, yep, just like marriage, and it's just you just leave it at that. It's just dead air.
You're like
You're
crying.
just like take that. As,
Oh god.
no. But next on this list, because I don't want to stay on the subject of
Marriage.
beloved bands dying.
I'm sorry.
We're gonna celebrate the the introduction of new characters to Sham Show because I'm a fighting game fan. So we like fighting games around here. I don't know what you want us to tell you. I'm not gonna name every fighting game character as being dropped unless they're really cool or they just haven't been talking about games dropping, like fighting game characters dropping. I'm like, I gotta just throw it in there. But
Bonnie
Sham
will have
Sham,
gone through every fighting game at some point.
kitty cat girl.
I'm working on it. Yes,
She's
she
like
is a
Ty the
beast kitty cat
Tasmanian
girl.
Tiger if he was a sexy anime girl. Don't come at me. You know what I'm saying.
Wait, this is a guy?
That's a girl.
Oh, okay. That's,
No, I said if he was a girl. God. Dude, you made me like freeze up. I thought I messed up. I was
But
like,
yeah.
oh no!
oh
The
god.
disturbance
Dude,
of the
this was
force. I was wrong.
Samurai Spirits? Dude. Wait a minute.
Using a boomerang. That's a
Wait a
blade.
minute.
That's a bladed weapon.
I respect it.
Where's Sokka when you need him?
I don't know.
Boomerang. Oh wait, no. What is it Sokka has?
No, he has the
Oh, it
boomerang.
is
He has a
boomerang.
boomerang in the club. He has a boomerang and a
Yeah.
meteor sword. Never
So-
forget the meteor sword. His space sword.
Yeah, alright, yeah, like why don't we talk about the meteor sword enough?
Because
Never
it was
mind,
only in the
let me
last
not
season
take
and
it
then
from-
fell off
from
a
Samurai
blink.
Spirits
And I think
right
he
now.
got it back.
Cham. Chom Chom?
Champ. I think it's Champ.
So is she from this game or is she
Yes, she is a returning
guest
character
character.
coming to the new game.
That's actually kind of
So it's nice to see her back again. Apparently, there is supposed to be a guest character thing though for KOF, but I didn't get to actually figure
King
out
of
who it
Fighters.
was.
I'll be honest, I don't like the new game's art style. I preferred that traditional, like, 3D stuff. I know that's, like, elitist, but, like, good God.
There's nothing they can do that's gonna get past freaking
Whatever the most recent one was, or the one before it.
The one before it, 13.
Yeah.
There's nothing they can do. 13 looked too good.
Literally
They
just
did
remake
sprite art
13.
so good.
Call it 14 or 15 or whatever
13.
we're at now.
Nothing will ever beat 13. They just can't do it. It's not their fault. They can try their best.
Yeah.
It's just not going to beat that.
Kind of
art
like
style.
Guilty Gear at this point. Like, I think they look phenomenal. I don't know what they could do to change it. And honestly, I'm okay with some games looking the same. Not everything has to upgrade. If you've got like the best damn style you could go for, just keep it. You know.
Yeah,
That's okay.
Just let it be.
There's much respect. You know.
Always. Now, moving on to another game called Pascal's Wager.
Pascal's
Wagner?
Wager. You dumbass.
Wager.
We talked
Yes,
about. No,
I
I'm
am
kidding. Sorry.
You're right. I'm dumb. Because I looked at that, I could not No, I am stupid because like I actually looked at that multiple times, looking at that, being like, "What is this?"
That's
guy doing,
like,
right? And like I knew what it. Like I just read it.
Did you say Wager?
Yeah. And then,
That's like what we talked about earlier with English skills, bro. And I was messing with you.
I know, but like the idea is that when I got to it, like Paul saying it immediately had it register in my brain and being like, "That's exactly what that word is." I'm stupid.
God, dude, that's okay. Wait, oh,
That's hilarious,
I'm
dude.
dumb.
Wagger.
I love it.
Wagner.
I love it, dude.
I would look, man. I looked at it and was like, "Oh yeah, it's
Y'all got
probably
me
some old
laughing
English
like a
word." I'm
rat
like, I'm
over
an
here.
idiot. But
Whoa.
either way, it's being re-released for PlayStation 4.
All right, this is.
5. It looks
Oh,
cool.
whoa.
Yeah. I got your
Oh.
attention. I got your attention. Pay no attention to the embarrassing,
Dark
but it's
Souls?
fine. I mean, sort of, kind of, but I think it has not more going on, but more different systems going on than Dark Souls, actually.
It's got that art style down pat, though. Ooh.
But it does, yes. I saw this and was like, you guys.
I heard about
Oh,
this
really?
years ago. I never played it.
This one's a.
Wow. That was a Japanese man doing an English voice.
Yeah.
This is the closest place to death.
I was like, I picked up on the little things. I was like, that's dope.
Oh, man.
That one's a cool one. If you like knights in shining armor and things like, well, I guess it's less shining and more gritty.
Oh, it is not shiny, my man. Oh,
it's
God,
definitely
no.
gritty. It's gritty armor.
Bro, this was like.
Why does this guy look like he just
Bloodborne
walked out of Blasphemous?
And
Got a little bit of a Bloodborne Dark Souls
Yeah,
feel,
it's
a
like
little
they
bit,
had a
but it's not
baby.
exactly a Souls-like.
it's kind of cool.
Yes. I would go check it out. You like your good action games? You'll enjoy this one. It looks good.
It looks very good.
All right, next up on the list, we're talking about a really cool co-op game that I saw. It's dope. It's called We Were Here Together. This is a first-person puzzle game with what looks like it has...
shit.
First-person co-op puzzle game. I have to mention this. That looks like it has a really in-depth story for no reason. It looks... It's not
this looks really
Lovecraftian
nice.
inherently, but it reminds me of Mountains of Madness for some reason. It just does. Everything about it is just like...
I could see that.
Alright.
Yeah.
But
Oh, this looks fun.
exactly. I was about to say, Andre, you are a huge fan of puzzle games, man. This is something. For you.
Yeah. Yeah, this is.
You can definitely
yeah.
get the right people together.
And it's co-op, dude. That's so nice, man.
Exactly.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, I'm getting this.
He's like, it's done.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, my brain is going to be working. Oh, absolutely, bro.
Looks beautiful. He's like, I'm gonna have to think, aren't I? Yes, you are.
Yeah, dude. Like
Yes,
these
you are.
puzzles, these.
You know what it reminds me
Yeah,
of?
these
It's,
don't look easy, bro.
It makes me think of that game Myst from way back in the day. I don't know if you guys ever played that.
Oh yeah.
I have heard of it,
remember
but I've
that.
not played it.
That's a challenging brain game. Oh lord.
Myst, and there was another one that came out relatively recently that I know after a certain point.
Is it the one where you're like the robot or whatever?
I don't. No, not that one. Not that one.
Oh, okay.
It's. I say recently. It's been out. It's been like a couple of years. I know they gave it away on PlayStation Plus.
Oh God, I know what you're talking about.
The Witness. It's The Witness.
Oh yes.
Called The Witness. Yes.
Yes,
I know
bro.
after
I
a
didn't.
certain point.
Dude, I started playing it and then I was like, oh whoa.
Yeah. Apparently, after
I'm
you
gonna
get to a
stop for a
certain
little
point
while.
in that game, you have to start learning a language or some crap, and it's like, you know what? I'm good. I think everyone has their moment in that game.
Wait,
where it's
what?
just like, I gotta tap out.
What?
Yeah, dude. The witness
Have you
is.
start learning a language? I heard that right?
Yeah, they have their own language that's in that game, and you have to go back and kind of figure out all the letters and figure out the language so you can get through it.
That's cool
Like,
idea.
that game goes. If you like puzzles, that game goes.
Yeah, man. That's why I got it.
But everyone has their moment in that game where it's like, you know, I gotta tap out.
Yeah.
This is too much. I gotta tap out.
I gotta
Both
stop,
great and
bro.
terrible
I
at the
gotta
same
put this
time.
down. Man, and like the Witness is. I can't speak for Myst because I haven't played it, but the Witness is so phenomenally pretty and relaxing. You don't get angry at the fact that you haven't figured out the solution to the puzzle yet. You just become tired. And now you're like, oh God, man, I need a rest or something. I need to put this down. I need to play something. I need to rot my brain real quick. Let me play some game where I just blow stuff up. Yeah, I'll do
I
that.
need to not think. Let me not think.
It is a great game, and this looks phenomenal. We were here together. I love that title too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. First of all, we were here is already kind of dope, and then you get the little together part in there to just be like, all right, co-op, let's go.
Yeah, man,
It's a nice
that's
fit.
cute, dude. Oh
Little
man,
cherry on top.
you have your walkie, bro, and you're working. Oh, dude, you're trying to escape. Yeah, man. People.
The more I
People,
look at this, the
I know
more I'm like, I
multiplayer is
really
great,
want
but co-op really, I miss co-op.
to. Co-op's
I
always
miss
better.
co-op.
Co-op is so much more fun. Multiplayer is fine or whatever, but co-op is so much more fun sometimes, man.
Agreed.
I
just gotta
really
do it
need
like
it
that.
back in my life.
That one's fun. Next, we got to talk about this because apparently Sony has confirmed the PSVR 2, even though we do not have a definitive name for it. This is not there. Yeah, they confirmed that it's in development, but there is no confirmation of the actual name.
I have. Did they update the first model after?
I don't think so.
Much like they have like a PS4 or the PS4 Slim, etc., etc., etc. Or was it just that one?
I think it's just
the one. Yeah.
one.
Okay, well I've got that, and by God,
Oh, one of the things
it needs improvement.
One of the things they definitely confirmed for it is like you will only need one wire. It's a one wire setup.
Thank God! Oh my God, dude! I want to destroy my VR, bro. The only reason why I do not have an Oculus is because of how expensive it is, bro. The PlayStation VR has too many wires, and the wire that you need to be connected to is too short. It's the wire from the headset to the VR station, I'll call it.
Right.
It's too damn short. But they want you to have all this space to use the VR. But you can't because the wire's too short. So you have to be basically
Bit of
you
a
are
logistical
no more than 5 feet from the TV. Probably less than that. At least in my experience. And if you know what? No, not my experience. I got the same VR that everyone else had with the PlayStation. It needed
Everyone's
so much
experience.
improvement, dude. It's a great thing to have with your consoles because the Oculus is the only real competition when it comes to VR right now.
Yes.
HTC Vive.
Yes, that's
HTC
the other
Vive,
one.
that's right.
It's the HTC Vive and the Oculus are the two real competitors, and the Vive is essentially for rich people.
Yeah, that one's a little pricey.
That one you need a designated room that's like, hey yo, this is the VR
Vive.
room. I'm
Are
like,
you a
okay,
streamer
yeah, I
in the
can't.
top 1%? HTC Vive, like spit on you.
Right. Don't you want this just because
I
why not?
disagree
You got the
with
money.
your
Just
methods.
get it. Get
Just
it.
do it. Just do it because you can afford it.
Because you can afford it. Don't you want to? Don't you want to play this?
Would you like to
This
flex
looks really
on your
cool, right?
friends?
Now here's the next one.
Absolutely.
And you guys are gonna kind of lose your shit. Paul, you're gonna love this one actually.
All right, if I look at this
So-
screen and I scream.
You will a little bit.
All right.
Well, there you go.
Oh wow, what is this?
Arkham
16.
Horror is getting a game called Mother's Embrace, which is almost like an not an XCOM style. It's more so. What's the right one? Divinity, Pillars of
Divinity.
It's
Yeah.
it's definitely more like Divinity specifically. I'm trying to think between the two. It's definitely more like Divinity specifically. It looks cool. Once again on the Lovecraft kick,
Heck
but
yeah,
you know,
man.
I feel like I found the perfect time to have one because they're like, oh yo, this is cool, right? Yeah, here's some games for it. You
Yeah,
want it?
right.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah,
we've
okay.
had a good, like, there was the Sunken City, but arguable. People don't like it. I loved it, but
It's cool. I definitely saw a lot of it.
Jesus.
Just
I
like,
really need to start watching Lovecraft Country. They just put it on HBO
That's
now.
so good. Lovecraft Country is so good.
Is it?
I watched
Okay,
it.
sick.
Yo, we watched it with Devon and Aaron. Like we all watched it together.
Yeah.
That's such a good series. And okay, so the best way to describe this, because this is not to kind of turn people off from the series, but the series does have an extra layer,
Yeah.
just a slight extra layer. If you're black,
Yep.
It
Yeah.
just has a slight extra layer if you're black.
Yeah.
It's like,
Jordan
and that's-
Peterson was the producer of said show, so it's gonna have an
It's
extra layer if you're black, guys.
Yeah,
Right.
it just has a little bit. Not saying that like Paul, you would probably enjoy it just as much, like honestly, but there's just a thing where it's just like, you know what, just that slight little extra layer. There it is. I appreciate it.
Is it something I will need explained to me later?
If you know your history, no.
Well, then I will probably understand it.
If you know your history, then no. If you don't know your history, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gotcha.
But that's the best way to describe it. If you know your history, nah, you'll know exactly what this is, and you'll see it, and you'll be like, oh, that's a thing.
Gotcha. Well, I need to watch the show anyway, and I'll keep my eyes open.
But yes, yeah, that's another recommendation. This is
Hell
out there.
yeah.
But if you like your Lovecraft stuff, and if you played, which is funny because this is literally we played the board game at one point, the Arkham Horror
We
board
never
game. Now they have
finished
an
that. I
actual
feel
video
bad.
game. Yeah, but you know, the COVID happened, and we were playing D&D, and a lot of stuff happened.
I know, but damn, you know.
I know, I know.
It's a tough one.
It is. I wouldn't mind going back to it, but it's kind of a game that you would just have to be like, okay, so today we're just gonna start in the morning and we finish when we finish.
Right.
But next up, because we gotta go back to the shows that are coming to Netflix, because Netflix has to have all the shows. Tell me if you've heard of this before, because I'm not familiar with it. But to me, it definitely seems like something that you guys might be familiar with. Have you guys heard of maybe a series by any chance called Jupiter's Legacy?
I have not.
In any
Please
passing?
don't. Hold on. Jupiter's Legacy.
Jupiter's Legacy.
Why does that sound familiar?
Wait a minute. Is this in the? Hold on. Does this have anything to do with Jupiter Ascending?
I hope not.
Oh, it better not. Okay, it doesn't. Oh god. Oh god. Oh. Woo! Dude, that was not gonna be good for me if it was.
What was Jupiter's
So,
Ascending?
Jupiter's
I'm
Legacy.
guessing. I don't. Do you not like Jupiter's Ascending?
I abhor Jupiter's Ascending.
What was it that killed it for you? Was it the fact that it wasn't a real movie?
What, Jupiter's Ascending?
Yeah.
Or Jupiter Ascending? What killed it for me was the movie. Dude, it's just not what? Dude, it's such a pretentious. Oh god, man, it's not good. It's just not good.
What are the
That's
names
all.
again? The Wachowskis, right?
The Wachowskis.
Wachowskis, that's it.
Do they still go by that? I don't know.
Yeah, no, they
All I
still
know
go
is
by
that-
the Wachowskis. I think it's Wachowski. But anyways, like they're Wachowski. They're now the Wachowski sisters. They're both
Correct.
trans. Yeah.
But
yeah.
that
The last name didn't
was
change, yeah.
not. They have produced better things than that movie.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That is all I will say.
Yeah.
But this is based on a comic, Jupiter's Legacy?
Yeah, it says Jupiter's Legacy, which will be the first debut streaming on May 7th. Also, this is a teaser trailer, so it gives us almost nothing. Like completely
I've seen more in teaser trailers besides this. Like this was.
This is not a teaser trailer.
Yeah, this is a teaser trailer.
This
This
was
this is not a teaser trailer. This is simply saying,
This
hey,
is like the chef saying, "We will have food tonight."
exactly. That was just
What do we
basically
have?
what I was about to say. Like, hey,
Just
we got
walk
this
us
show
away.
coming.
But
cheeky
the description says, after nearly a century of keeping mankind safe, the world's first generation of superheroes must look to their children to continue the legacy. But tensions raise when the young superheroes hunger to prove their worth and struggle to live. That is the first. That's the description.
Actually
I was wondering
sounds
if
really cool.
it seemed super familiar, and I think it's because I probably thought of Jupiter's Ascending, but I was like, I don't know where this comes from. Like, I actually just didn't. And then upon looking at the trailer, I was like, there's nothing here.
There's
what am I
nothing.
supposed to use with this? But I
So,
felt like it should be mentioned just in case people were aware of it.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. There's a lot of adaptations coming to Netflix right now. There's a show called Shadow and Bones, if I remember correctly. That I haven't read the books. I haven't even heard of the books, but
Is
man,
that the
people were.
Is that the one based on like the children of like Bone and Shadow? Shadow and Bone. Yeah.
I
It's
have
like
no,
I
I
think
have
it's like African
no
mythology or some
real
shit.
knowledge about the franchise, but I went into the comments watching the trailer for it on Netflix, and people were very excited.
It's actually
so
one of
I'm looking forward to
it
it. I'm definitely gonna read this book.
Shadow and Bone.
That was actually one of the topics that I ended up pushing towards next week.
Oh, cool.
But since we technically
that's a
have already
different
talked
series,
about it
never mind.
here, we don't have to worry about it. Cool. Because there was a lot of, like I said before, there's a lot of news this week.
Yeah, dude.
So things had to get pushed into next week. Some stuff just had to get pushed into next week because, man, there was a lot of stuff that happened this week.
According to the Jupiter's Legacy Wikipedia, the story, which is influenced by, and I quote, the story, which is influenced by Star Wars, King Kong, Roman mythology, and origin stories from the golden age of comics, is written as Miller's treatise on superheroes' connection to the American ideal. Mark Miller being the writer, or the writer. It's first published in 2013, drawn by Frank Quitely, and published to Image Comics.
Okay, so if Mark Miller wrote it,
Yes.
this could be really good or really bad.
It could be really good or really freaking bad, dude.
Really good? There's no in between with that, man.
Nope.
It's really
What did he
good,
write before this?
or it's really bad.
He has done The Authority. He's done the Ultimates of the Ultimate Comics. He's done Spider-Man and Marvel Knights. He did Ultimate Fantastic Four. He did Civil War. He did the first. He did the Kingsman comic, with the movie, and he did Kick-Ass.
Yeah.
So
See?
Kick-Ass
Really
and
or really bad.
Civil War,
Understandable.
right? Great. The Ultimates,
Depends on where in the Ultimates you are.
right? He also did Wanted, so he's got. It's Mark Miller.
True.
He's very. Man, he's gonna make you cringe, and he's very vulgar. He's very gritty. The guy loves making people uncomfortable. People will die. There will be blood. There will be tears. There will be a lot of senseless violence when you're dealing with Mark Miller. But like we said, man, he's talented. He's a talented writer. He's just when he hits the mark, he hits it, and when he does not,
He misses
He
by a
does
long
not.
shot.
oh God,
Oh God, does he not hit it?
I do not like. There's very little that came out of the Ultimate Comics that I like, and almost all of it is Spider-Man related.
Almost all.
Almost all.
I like some of the stuff
I
with-
just like Ultimatum. Oh my God, no, we're not gonna do this.
Oh,
I
no.
can't talk about Ultimate.
Wait, he
right
wrote
now.
Ultimate?
We're moving on. We're not talking about Ultimate. No, we were not going on this rant today. I feel you. We're not doing it.
Sure.
We got too much.
Dude. I can't.
Look, Call of Duty came out with a new mode. It's Outbreak Zombies. Look at it. Look
Okay,
at
great.
the
Yeah.
Warzone thing.
Nah,
Changed my
really
mind.
cool
'Cause
segue.
Ultimatum was the end of the Ultimate Comics, right?
Whoa, what did I just say? Leave it alone.
It was bad.
No, dude. Ultimatum was the absolute.
Ultimatum
I'm
was
not
kind of
gonna
like
say
being
that.
diagnosed with like an uncurable form of cancer. There, I said it.
Ultimate.
We can have this rant if you want, Amani. Give us
No,
5
we
minutes.
can't. We can't afford this rant. What did I say about the news?
Fuck the news. Ultimatum sucked.
Ultimatum
All right,
was
we'll
so
move on.
bad. It's so bad, dude. I hate
There's
it,
nothing
dude.
like
I
reading
hate
to the
it.
end of Spider-Man and being like, well, what the fuck? Like,
Dude, what did Daredevil need to die for? Spoiler alert.
For Ultimate.
God, man. Okay.
sour taste.
I don't know
in
who
my
wrote
mouth.
Ultimate X-Men, but whoever decided to have Wolverine creep on Wanda Maximoff and Pietro Maximoff.
Oh yeah, that's creepy. That might potentially be his kids for some
That
reason.
might be his. Are you kidding me?
Also,
Are you kidding me? Why would I want to read that?
Admittedly, I find the weirder
And this
thing
is
to
the
be,
same Wolverine
hey,
that went in Peter Parker's body.
Oh yeah. And
Oh
tried to
my
smash-
God,
Why
bro.
did they make Wolverine a creeper? In
That's
the
what I'm
Ultimate?
saying. What is wrong with the Ultimate Comics? Dude, everyone in the Ultimate Comics is, dude, unless you're
Gross.
Spider-Man or of the Spider-Man comic, you're probably a jackass and or...
Isn't Ultimate where like they have like the sex video of like
Dude, yes!
Yes.
Oh, God!
it's like why?
Tony
Sex video
Stark
of Iron
and
Man
Black
and Black-
Widow's
and
porn
Black
tape got leaked to the public.
It's
What?
funny.
The
We're
public.
talking about that, and Rebel yells on for this Black Ops trailer. It's like, ew.
All right, let me leave the Ultimate Comics right now. That I have to do that rant at some point. I hate,
Look,
we gotta have like,
will do that rant.
dude.
at
The
some point.
1610 needs,
You know
dude.
Needs some work.
you know
in
what we
some
could
instances.
do is like one episode a month or something. Like somebody gets a topic and it cycles between the three of us, and that episode is a rant episode,
Look,
and we're just here for mental support.
That would be fantastic. So
You
Black
don't
Ops
mind
Zombies.
to be Jurassic World.
look, I
Oh,
don't
please.
mind it,
I'm
but
waiting
this
on that
week
one.
we can't do a rant. We can't. afford
All
it.
right, go on with the news. Shit, the Black Ops thing looks awesome. I think the news
We
zombies
just
looks
can't
great.
afford a rant. He's like, sad part is, okay, so yeah, Black Ops Outbreak gets a
Okay.
zombies mode, coming to Black Ops Cold War, and it's also coming to Warzone. Looks really cool. Looks really cool. Here's the follow-up to this, because this is great. So check this. Let me
Dude, this I'm really excited to play zombies again because I've been staying away from zombie stuff for a while.
Oh, yeah, I
a
feel
500 gigabyte PS4
Yeah,
may
you
no
are playing
longer
that.
be able to fit Call of Duty,
Wait, seriously?
Black Ops, Cold War, and War Zone. That's it.
Like
I'm not playing the game.
Like it
anymore.
actually can't. It actually can't fit both of them.
Bro, yesterday
No.
I had to
Oh, it's
delete
right there
Dead by
in front of you.
Daylight
It's
not
to
even-
I had to.
update has-
It was an update for the game. I had to delete Dead by Daylight. I've had to delete up to 3 whole games just
Get
to
rid of Call of
download
Duty,
an
bro.
update for this
Time
game.
to buy an external hard drive, man. They go for like
No, it's time to get rid of
I've
Call of
needed a
Duty.
Seagate for so long.
It'll cost you way less money and it'd be better for you. Time to
Bro.
delete Call of Duty.
Bro, someone will hit me up and be like, "Hey, do you want to play this?" And I'm like,
I just deleted it for Call of Duty.
let me just reinstall it, and I'll play with you. I'll play with you later on tonight. I'll just gotta reinstall the damn game again.
what, Call of Duty or like
No, I'd have to
Oh, other
reinstall
games,
just
right,
some
right.
other game because I had to sacrifice that game in order to update Call of Duty. Dude, are you serious?
Call of Duty's stupid.
like
You
you know what they're doing,
the most
right?
unoptimized thing ever.
They're
it's
literally doing it to
ridiculous.
push like games off so that they're the only game that dominates your hard drive. And,
But
like,
that's ridiculous. Like that's actually dumb because that you know what that does? It makes people go like, you know what? I don't want to play your game. So I want to play
Yes.
other games.
I'm reaching the point where I won't play the game.
dude, I could just see like a gamer sitting there just like crying, like, I play video games. I am not here for just Call of Duty. Crying in a corner, smoking a cigarette, shaking.
I'm like, there's no reason why this should take up most of your hard drive. There's no reason. Just no reason.
The blog notes that players can click R3 on the main menu of Black Ops Cold War to uninstall content you may not have played in a while. Fuck you, dude.
Just delete it. Just make it smaller. It doesn't need to be this big.
Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
The news arrives ahead of the launch of Season 2. Blah, 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 blah. Fuck you, bro.
I found that to be the perfect thing to follow that up with. It's like, hey, yo, look at this cool thing. Yeah, it looks dope. Guess what? We're not playing it.
Not playing it. I can't. I cannot, okay? I have other games. I'm a gamer. I don't just play one game. Dude, what is this? What is this? What is monopolizing my hard drive? What is that?
Just looking at it. So, Andre, you want to get on your PlayStation right now and just be like, beep, you're gone. Don't have to worry.
Dude, I honestly, I may go do that. I may
Save
go do
500
that.
gigs on your hard drive. Delete.
Just do it live. No, I feel you can always get like an external one, but like at the same time, I shouldn't need an entire hard drive just to have Call of Duty. I shouldn't need it for the one game.
Yeah.
That's bad, dude.
But speaking of the games I would like to be playing instead of Call of Duty,
I've seen this shit. I think we played
yes,
this week ago.
Bomb
Right?
Rush Cyberpunk. Please look at this. This thing looks fresh. This thing looks nice. If you're a Jet Set Radio fan, this is the game
my
for you.
God. Jet Set Radio was the first thing that came in. Wait a minute.
Because it
Never
just
played
is.
it.
Is this not Jet Set Radio?
It's not. It's okay,
This isn't Jet Set Radio?
Have you ever heard of a
Never
game
played it.
that I might have shown you guys before called Lethal League?
Nope. Never heard of it.
Have you ever seen it? Lethal League one. This has a dope art style.
Bro, are you sure this isn't Jet Set Radio?
Lethal League? No, this is from the developers of Lethal League. They
Oh my God, yeah,
loved
those on
that
tweets.
kind
Those
of art
just-
style, and they was like, you know what? We made Lethal League. Lethal League pretty much has the Jet Set Radio feeling to the entire world. We're just gonna make a Jet Set Radio game, and they did it. They literally, there was a tweet that went out. A bunch of people tweeted at Sega being like, "Hey, yo, I know we keep asking you about Jet Set Radio, but Team Reptile got us. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Like, you don't have to do it anymore. It's fine. They got it. Like, don't worry about it.
LOL.
Be gone. Be gone, Sega.
Be gone,
Oh
Sega.
my God.
Be gone,
bro.
Sega.
Famous last words.
But I saw this. I was like, I can't wait. They originally had their announcement trailer, but this is the official gameplay trailer.
Oh,
And looking
please
at
tell
it,
me.
it's just kind of like,
Oh my God,
yes.
what console, dude? I don't care.
It'll be on a lot. It'll just be on stuff when it comes
Dude,
out.
this is one of those few games where I will pre-order it. Just for our listeners, I am very, very, very cautious when it comes to purchasing full price games, especially when they're very hyped. Because I don't like spending $60+ on a pre-order only for it to need 15 patches day one or something, you know, just hypothetically
Yeah.
speaking, and of course being exaggeratory. But this game I will pre-order. I don't care what's wrong with it. I don't care if half the game is completely invisible to the naked eye for some reason. I'm going to pre-order this game because Jet Set Radio was one of the very first games I played as a child. And
Hey.
oh my God, everyone
This
in the
thing-
comments is freaking out about Jet Set Radio.
Yeah, it just screams it, don't it?
It's
dope.
it screams
just-
it.
cool.
I'm gonna have to check out Jet Set Radio for the first time ever.
Oh yeah, that was a dope game. This game
A classic.
takes that and just kind of just goes, and it's like, hey yo, did you like that? And I was like, yeah. Do you like this aesthetic? And it's like,
Yeah.
yes I do.
Yes,
I
dude.
was like,
We have a present for you.
I love this aesthetic. This is honestly one of my. I wish I can draw this aesthetic more often. I just forget to, and every time I see stuff, I'm like, all right.
Honestly, dude, I think the
More
way you
com-
draw
more
anyways
relax.
kind of looks like that. So
Yeah, dude, Amani, he is correct.
Well,
He is
that's how it
correct.
works then.
You draw in this art style,
Bet.
or at least the art style Jet Set Radio. Dude, Concept of Love. Oh my God, bro. I played Jet Set Radio. So my older brother's 10 years older than me. He had rather the original, the first Xbox. That's what I played Jet Set Radio on that huge controller. And
Hey.
my God, dude, that game was fun, man. Losing a race in that game?
Yeah.
Woo!
Well, so like,
Bro,
what was
run it back right now.
What was the purpose of the game, or like, what was the gameplay loop of the game?
It was think Tony Hawk, but like, think of any of the Tony Hawk games, but turn it up to 11, and there's a huge graffiti tagging aspect to it.
Huge, very
Along with racing.
Very, very Asian. Very Asian.
You would
right? Not specific at all. Very. I'm not sure if this is Chinese or Japanese. What is it? It's Japanese.
This is
actually
American. Like Team Ninja is like either American, if not Canadian. I'm gonna just say Americas. It doesn't have to be specifically the United States, but it's on our side.
Yeah. Okay.
But
it is North American. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was a Team Reptile is dope. They made if you want to, you can look up Lethal League Blaze and Lethal League Original just to be sure. That is that game is Pong on steroids. It's Pong if it was a fighting game.
Pong on steroids. That sounds like a lot of fun, actually.
It is super fun. Like I fought a couple people in that. It's fun. It's really fun. Also, these things are known for having. Oh, I must preference this too. These things are known for having really good soundtracks. This game specifically, Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, has the original.
Did you say Bomb Rush or Bomb Rush? I think it.
Bomb Rush.
Yes,
okay.
Yeah.
Has the original, not conductor. I don't know why my words are failing me. But the guy that made the soundtrack, essentially, is making the soundtrack for this game as well.
Nice.
So, get that music in there.
The conductor of dreams. It's okay. We knew what you meant.
I was trying, yeah, I'm sitting here, I'm like, I don't think conductor. But it's not producer either.
Also, it's not preference. It's preface. Sorry, I'm being a jerk today.
It's to be expected. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
To be expected. Is this what I am?
No, I mean, like, I'm being trash sometimes. It's all good.
Oh, yeah, true.
I couldn't figure out wager today. I could be tired, more tired than I thought I was. So.
Oh, yeah, my eyes are killing me.
Check it.
Wait, is
Star
it a
Wars
remake?
Republic Commando coming back to PS4. That thing is a mysterious game that disappeared long time ago in a galaxy far away,
PC,
and now it's back for PS4.
Is 2021 the year of nostalgic properties or something?
I don't know, but it seems
so
like
this is the original, just like it brought the 1080p or 4K or whatever.
Mm-hmm. For those
that
that don't know,
actually-
this is basically Star Wars Halo, but with tactical squad-based gameplay.
Yeah.
Except it's single player, but it's fine.
I've always
this game
wanted
is
to
dope.
play this, man. Like, I grew up looking at this, like, never knew what it was about, what it was, you know?
Just looking at it, being like, this is
This clone trooper, he just tackled and grinded on a droidica, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
saw
just did
that. I was like,
Oh my god, dude. Oh god, man. Games as a child for me were boy.
you get
I
to
am so
play
glad this is
as
happening.
like an actual trooper commando. And if you are well versed into the Star Wars lore and you know what a commando is,
yeah.
you know these niggas are badasses. Like there's only like a few things cooler than them as far as they go.
He was serious when he
You
said
know
this
he
was
wants
Halo,
to know what I'm
was with Star Wars. Clone Trooper too.
It is dope. You get like really good AI companions as well that you can tactically maneuver. And they also have a modular weapon system, which is probably the most unique thing in that game.
What?
Is that all the guns switch back and forth between different weapons. So like it's the same
That's
gun,
really cool.
but then you put on a sniper attachment, it becomes a sniper rifle. You put on a shotgun attachment.
Oh, so like
shotgun,
you're
like
just
that.
using one gun throughout, but it's because it's Star Wars. That's actually really cool.
It's really cool. It's like, oh, okay. But next up, because this needs to be talked about. Yo, we finally got a title.
Oh yes.
So we finally
No
got
way
a title
home.
for
Yes.
MCU Spider-Man.
No way. Oh, come on. Just
3.
call it Spider-Verse. God's sake.
Don't call it. Actually, it's been kind of debunked that those people are in that movie, which
Oh, seriously? That kind of sucks.
actually, no, I'm actually super okay with it. If they make a cameo appearance, that's fine, but I really... The way the rumor train for this movie for Spider-Man No Way Home was going, I was like, yo, I want to slide whoever's trying to put all these people in here.
It was
Please
a little
stop.
excessive.
Please stop. I'm like, initially a lot of people were like, yes, we get all our boys back. I'm like, do you not remember how the last
Bro,
movie
it's
ended?
still-
We shouldn't have all these people.
Hey man, it still would be dope to like say he ends up somewhere, he's getting his butt kicked, by Willem Dafoe, and then suddenly you just hear like,
Yeah, dude.
Get the classic Tobey Maguire comes in.
I would lose it.
like,
That's why I'm like, I'm fine if it's a cameo. It would be dope if it's a cameo. They keep it under wraps. It's all good. But
like
Well, Willem Dafoe is definitely in the. Well,
Yeah.
he's confirmed in the movie. People think
Well, who's
he's
he
going to be
playing?
Norman Osborn again. He could be
Who's he
someone else,
playing?
but it's,
I was about to say,
Harry
who's he
Osborn.
playing? It's
Very
like, it's
likely
Norman
Norman
Osborn. It
Osborn.
makes
or
sense.
Norman Osborn.
Harry doesn't exist in these movies.
I don't
He
think
might
he
be
should be
God.
Norman
next
Osborn.
one, but Harry doesn't.
I
exist.
don't.
What a simp.
I think he should be a different Spider. I think he should be the Tinkerer. I don't
That'd be
think
fun,
he should be
actually.
Norman Osborn. I think
Oh no!
Willem Dafoe
They've already
should
done
play
they've done the
Tinkerer.
Tinker already.
What?
Tinker was in the
Oh,
first
they have. And Far
Tinker
From
was in the first
Home.
movie.
Man.
No, not Far From Home. The first one.
Homecoming. That's what I meant.
Is again,
Dude.
he's there with the They kind of cover a lot of people in that movie. Honestly, they cover Vulture, they cover Shocker, they cover Tinkerer.
Can
Who
I be
else?
honest real quick? Can I be honest?
Yeah.
The guy that Adrian Toomes the Vulture kills. I can't remember his name, the character.
That's
but
Herman
he-
Schultz.
Why is that not Herman Schultz?
It is. I thought
That's
it was.
Herman Schultz?
Yeah, he accidentally kills him, and it's like, oh, I didn't mean to do that.
What?
Well, you're the new Shocker. Like he just gives.
Why
it to
would
the
you
other
do that? Okay, see.
Because they're.
You know what that says to me? That says to me exactly what I'm going to have to talk about later on tonight, if we get around to it, if we get to it. Because there is no reason why you would have Herman Schultz in this movie and then
sound a
kill him.
I think the entire reason they did that is because it was like these are a bunch of ragtag dudes. They're not trying to do this. And then, because let's be real, Shocker. Like I like Shocker. But Shocker's no one. Like Shocker is no one. He's like a D-list. In the Ultimate Spider-Man game, he's a random encounter that can happen that you just web up. You just web him up.
Yeah,
just
if
web him
he's a
up.
random encounter. But in the Ultimate Spider-Man comic, he was far deeper than that. And
Electro's a problem, though.
what kills me is that Herman Schultz in Spider-Man Homecoming is far more compelling as a character than the guy that we got, because you already got Herman Schultz arguing with someone else. Like he's actively disobeying or like being disorderly to quote unquote his the chain of command. So why would you kill a more interesting character, a guy who is showing more personality than the guy that we're getting? It's just my question, but I won't take it there. I love and I fucking love and I hate the MCU Spider-Man. I love and I
love and
hate
I understand it.
the MCU
Hold on.
Spider-Man.
I had to go just check just to be sure I'm not an idiot. Actually, still not sure as I'm looking. When I looked up Shocker for MCU, saw specifically the black guy that plays him, and was like, oh, maybe I'm wrong. And then I scrolled over even further, and I'm like, no, there's the other guy that they definitely killed in that movie, wearing the colors and everything. And I'm like, don't know. Still don't know.
all that's I'm trying not to be that guy, but you know what? I get to be that guy. My skin's brown. Stop killing. Stop. All right. There's no reason. Yes. No. Bokeem. Oh God, I don't know how to pronounce this actor's name, but the guy that we got, he is Herman Schultz, or at least he is on IMDb is Herman Schultz / Shocker number 2.
Okay, cool. So he's officially Herman Schultz.
He's
There's
officially
a Shocker
Herman
number 1 that
Schultz.
they blast into bits in the first beginning of that thing.
Why?
And he was like, here you go, you're the new Shocker. That's just how
Why?
he becomes Shocker.
Why is this guy Why is he Herman Schultz?
He just is.
Why?
I really think it's because the way they played it off is that Shocker is literally a nobody. And they was like, we're just going to keep him a nobody. Because the main villain is Adrian Toomes. They had the Tinkerer in there, and it was like, Tinkerer's there. He didn't die or anything. He's just there. And it's not like the villain Shocker goes away. It's just... he's nobody. Like, it's so... like, I can understand not having the comic book accuracy because it's the first time we're seeing him. But he's so minuscule in the grand scheme of all of his villains that it's just like... the Shocker could literally be played by anybody. It's fine. Like, it's fine.
He absolutely could. However, when you present to me a character that is both white, like Shocker, like Herman Schultz, and also personality-wise, he pretty much fits the character. To then kill that guy and say, oh, that was not Herman Schultz, this black guy over here, who is nothing like the character, is Herman Schultz. You confuse me, and you begin to remind me of Hollywood's capability to cast now for the black choice. Listen,
I guess the way they just decided, when I think about it, is like... I mean, you're not wrong. They could have did it the reverse, I guess, technically. And it would have been fine. But I guess the way they wanted to be is just like... okay, so we want a clear difference between the two, because one guy got murked and you gave it to the other one. It was like, but we don't want to kill Herman Schultz, because that is Herman Schultz, that is the Shocker. And it's like, oh, okay. Well, blast this guy. Let him wear the thing so that everybody understands that technically that he was the Shocker. Then give it to him, and he can be the other Shocker. And it's like, and it'll be Herman. He's like, it'll actually be Herman. So the right name is in the right place, and everything's fine. It's like, okay. But I figured the Towers was. But before we go further into this rant,
oh please leave me.
I'm gonna go to another thing.
Yeah, take me away from this, because you're talking all right to my fans, and I did talk with Paul about this. I have to not, man. Me and Amani are. I think we brought this up before. We are Spider-Man mega fans. Yeah. So
Yep.
And I like Spider-Man, but these guys like Spider-Man. I don't know if you noticed the 10, 12 minute, whatever conversation like just derailed. Like, I was here nodding and giving support, but like, you know what I mean? I was picking things out of my toenails and like
just doing my thing.
Got nothing else to go. They're fans. It's all right.
This is we'll get off of this by going to this thing called Dark Moonlight, which I think we'll have a nice time looking at. Okay, so check this, because I already looked at it and was like, I already like this a lot. You guys are gonna like the trailer for this, but what it says in the description.
And if I don't,
I mean, if you don't, I'm disappointed in your taste. That's
just being difficult. Whoa, dude!
You play as a person known as David.
Kellerman,
or Kellerman specifically.
Whoa!
A mental health sufferer who voluntarily goes through an unconventional treatment.
Oh, that actually sounds really cool. It looks really cool, too.
Hey, this is Amani coming to you from the future. This is future Amani speaking to you. Some of you might have noticed that I cut out.
I know.
That is because I had a little bit of an audio foible on my side. I'll be back momentarily, but I will just go preference this because we don't really get to talk about it again. The game that they are reacting to currently and is currently playing in the background at low volume so I can speak to you right now is Black Moon. Let me see real quick. Sorry, I didn't have my notes up right before doing this. It's okay. Don't worry. I'll try to be more prepared next time, or better prepared. But basically what happened is like a little audio foible in between such and such. So like I was out for like maybe a little bit less than 10 minutes. And couldn't get back. Like, I wasn't recording. My computer was being a little weird. Here we go. Where's the name? There it is. Dark Moonlight. It was a hellish-looking game with a bio horror kind of flair. But the deal is that it also had a lot of psychological elements going on. Just wanted to mention that real quick, just because I know I got cut off midway during the explanation of it. And I'll be back shortly. You guys just, I guess, enjoy the reactions of Paul and Andre as they attempt to finagle the rest of the podcast for a moment. But I'll be back, don't worry. And I'll do like a quick rush through of everything else. Something else that they covered as well, I'll just quickly mention, is, and look, they mention, just so that they get mentioned again, they go through and they talk about Sifu, Solar Ash, and Security Breach in the opposite order of how I just mentioned it, because for some reason I went through it that way. They had a hard time reading the docket real quick, but that does it for me. I'm gonna let you guys get back to, I guess, their sort of reactions, but this is just to fill in a little bit of time gap on there, and just let you know what happened. Done.
Little stuff happening, and then
Yeah.
talk with you guys. It's great.
Yeah, that's much the same way. I need to have some sort of I need multiple stimuli in order to, and it's very weird. People sort of expect the least amount of stimuli to be the least distracting, but for me personally, it helps me focus on one thing, or it gives me an opportunity to like reel myself in instead of allowing myself to just wander. Because if I don't have anything to do, then I'm going to do that.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Okay, so scroll up to the top, Dre. That's the first one we got to talk about.
Oh yes, dude! Security breach, absolutely, bro.
No, up above that.
Yeah, but whoa, there's a lot. Pokemon Legends. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen too. I thought that would have been one of the first. I really need to
start with Security Breach. You sounded really excited.
What, on Legends?
Ascending order. All right.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is a new Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh shit.
Yeah, man. Oh, wow. Sifu.
Well, that's terrifying. That man's face. I don't like that. Reminds me of the devil.
Solar Ash.
What is this ticking noise? Stop it! Makes me think I'm on that planet in
of course it's
called
PS5.
Interstellar.
Yeah, man. You look at that Solar Ash trailer? Oh, whoa, dude.
Gregory. In the words of, what's his name? Gordon Freeman? Not Gordon Freeman. What's that man's name? Gordon Ramsay, the chef, you know?
Yeah.
I'm here for the ride, my darling. Some shit. Dude, I was watching him all day today with my cousin Matthew.
Yeah.
That man is an enigma to me. He's just an endless force of fun. Bro, so this is like an actual free roam Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah. And
about time, dude. That's awesome.
It's the theories behind it, at least, are pretty cool. Yeah, dude. And you're in the mall. Oh, dude, she's the bad guy.
No doubt.
The security guard. Yeah, no, she's definitely. Oh man, what's her name? Dang it, I forgot her name. But the point of the game is like you're this kid. Oh yeah, dude. Is it gonna be at the end? It might be. No, I think that's in the teaser trailer. Yeah, there's this Freddy mascot. Oh, I think it's. Don't trust her, Gregory. The Freddy mascot, or one of the Freddy robots or something like that, is actually protecting you while the security guard is a problem.
Sounds safe and fun, you know.
Oh.
Bro, what is Solar Ash?
Yeah, Solar Ash looks like oh shit, dude! It looks like I think it's not a sequel, or at least I don't think it's a sequel, but it makes me think it is because it looks just like
Hyperlight Drifter, what they said in the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Oh god, dude,
Dude, God, I love like because of Journey, like there's been this whole like minimalist, beautiful art style movement, basically.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. What did I say? Because of Journey, right? Or did I say Ray?
Yeah,
what
Journey.
The hell did I say?
Journey.
Oh, okay, yeah. Making sure.
Journey is beautiful too. Journey's also got a beautiful soundtrack.
Mm-hmm. That. Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! Let me start talking about Legends. Let me see that.
Beautiful.
Let me see this shit.
Seductive. Jenny. All right.
Oh, okay. Let me guess. This is gonna be on Switch.
Okay. Now that I'm back after my technical difficulties, just to go quick over what you guys were looking at. You guys were looking at Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely looks cool. It's the actual, like you mentioned, Andre, the more open one that's moving around and things are happening. As you guys can probably see, we'll put it obviously on Twitter so you guys can look at it as well. More involved than any of the actual Five Nights at Freddy's games before. It's kind of crazy that we actually have one where you can move about and do a bunch of crazy stuff. Dope. Gonna move to the next one that you guys talked about, Solar Ash. This is actually by the same people that did Hyperlight Drifter. If you guys ever played that or ever got a chance, it's literally the same studio. This looks awesome. I'm super excited for this game. Like I am. This is the one that I'm like, I'm looking at you. When you come out, you're gonna be dope. I believe in you. Like, if you haven't gone and played Hyperlight Drifter, you should. If you have, both of these games are pretty much not the same, but the idea is that they took what was originally their sprite-based action game and was like, okay, let's make another one, but it's full 3D, and that's just what they decided to do, which is what Solar Ash looks like, except it's really fast and high-paced. Sifu is from the same people. If you guys have clicked on it yet, have you guys clicked on it?
Yeah,
yet?
I just did.
Okay. Sifu's from the same people that made Absolver.
Oh shit.
This is what they've been working on this whole time.
Ooh.
Which means that the combat in this game is gorgeous.
Ooh.
You, as a martial arts fan,
Yeah.
you not only love Absolver,
Looks just like
you
Absolver.
love Sifu. Because the combat will look like this. If you've ever watched gameplay of Absolver, it's very much like this. Except they have more contextual things going on in Sifu, which looks really cool. Honestly, they start off with a hallway scene in this thing, and I was like, Daredevil?
Yeah, yeah.
Bro, that makes me think of Old Boy.
Yeah, right? The Korean version.
It does, doesn't it?
The original. That's where Daredevil got it from.
Next up is Hot Wheels. We're finally getting another Hot Wheels game. Oh my god, it's been forever.
Yeah, right?
I loved these.
I think it's been since we were kids, man. At least
It's
since I
kinda
last played a Hot Wheels
ridiculous
game.
how cool these are. It's like this. It's a cinematic trailer. But man, if you ever played a Hot Wheels game before, bro, Hot Wheels games go in. They're just fun. It's been way too long since we got one of those. It's so nice. I'm like, yes, thank you. Thank you. And then right after that, actually, yeah, I'll let you actually look at the Hot Wheels thing. But as you're seeing, you can see what I mean as to why it's like, yeah, okay, I need a racing game like this again. I just need it in my life. It's just nice.
Dude,
Just think of everything you can every Hot Wheels track you could ever think of in your entire life, and then be like, okay, so they put it in a game and was like, we'll make new ones too.
right.
And you're not restrained by actual gravity. The actual physics of the world don't restrain you.
It's Hot Wheels, guys. it's Hot Wheels, bro. It's not Need for Speed. It's Hot Wheels. You ever had Hot Wheels? You had Hot Wheels, guys. This is Hot Wheels.
Welcome back to Hot Wheels.
It's exactly what you think it is. Did you play with Hot Wheels? Yeah, that, but a video game. Okay.
Exactly.
Like, and awesome looking. Damn,
Next
dude, this is
up,
a
we
cool
got-
cinematic, bro.
Oh yeah, it's dope.
They put some money into this one. Yeah. Why is this
I'm
getting me so
gonna-
hyped for a kid's toy? Bro,
Exactly. It's like never before have I been this hyped for a children's
Better
toy.
never been.
It's just a video game.
Makes me think of that song by Logic.
That's true. Next up, I'm actually going to talk about Anthem.
What?
And it is finally dead.
Anthem.
Oh, they've confirmed that.
Anthem has finally died.
What do they do?
EA has made the decision to halt development.
It's
Or
dead.
continued development on Anthem. The team is now being moved to focus on Dragon Age and Mass Effect now.
Good. It's weird. It's like if you have your whole fucking team on one project, it'll come out. Sorry, I shouldn't cuss.
It's fun.
It's this crazy freaking concept, right?
It's crazy.
God forbid.
Bro. This is both a, like, the best way to describe it, for me at the very least, I feel both at ease and saddened by this. I'm at ease because now I don't have to worry about, is Anthem ever going to get good again? Do I have to keep looking at it to see if it's going to get good?
Yeah.
Whereas on the other side, also what makes me at ease too is that they're moving to Dragon Age and Mass Effect, so I'm like, yes, Mass Effect is not dead. They have not killed it, not completely.
No, it did.
And Dragon Age, which I'm like, okay, those are gonna be good. But what saddens me obviously is like, oh man, I did kind of want to see it be good because the game is kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like gameplay wise, it's fun. It's just like there's just problems with it. That's all it is. But it's just saddening. But next up on this list, because we got to talk about this as well, we're gonna start moving forward at a bit more of a blitzing pace. Last Airbender getting an animated movie by the creators, from the minds of the creators.
Okay, so
taking
it
place
is going to be animated
around-
then.
Yep, around the time of the Last Airbender. I then take this. Someone pointed this out to me that I find this actually genuinely hilarious. So Netflix is obviously making their live-action series of The Last Airbender.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine making something so bad that the original creators walk away and decide to make their own thing, so that it just doesn't get ruined.
Yeah. Dang, dude. Oh, God. Oh, no. Should I be worried? I should be concerned, shouldn't I?
The Netflix series for it got, like it's not canceled, but, like, they definitely was like, yo, I'm out of here. Like, I want nothing to do with this anymore.
Yeah.
Dude.
So they bounced.
Holy
So that makes me
shit.
then think, I'm like, oh, if they're bouncing, then the Netflix series isn't going to be that good now, is it? Especially when they want to age up Katara for some reason.
They want to do what?
They want to age her up.
Who?
Age
Korra?
up Katara. Katara? Our waterbending friend? The pretty girl that's supposed to like the other 12-year-old? Yeah, that one.
Ain't nothing like I cannot make that joke on the stream. Never mind.
You said
She's supposed to
Katara?
be the...
My bad, boys.
They're aging her up by how
she's
much?
I think she's supposed to be 17. She's the older brother, the older sibling.
No!
With Sokka being the younger.
No! Why?
No
For
reason.
what?
I
No. No.
go ask Netflix.
No.
Go.
No.
Be like Adam Sandler in Uncut Gems. I disagree.
I disagree. That was a good movie. I did.
Oh,
see
you
that. It's
did?
a
Bro,
good
I saw
movie.
that in
Yeah, I
theaters.
saw
That was
one.
the last movie I saw by myself before COVID just messed everything up. That's
I think,
made me so
I think
sad.
that
Because
might
remember,
be the
I
last
started
movie
going to
saw
see
before
movies by
COVID.
myself. I was so happy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I saw
I
it
was
with
free.
my family,
Go.
and my parents couldn't get it at all. Well, it's not that they couldn't get it, but they were like, "Man, this sucked." And my brother and I were like, "Yo, that was really good."
Movie, man. I'll be honest. On the car ride home, I was like, "Did I like that?" And I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
for a
right.
second, I was
Did I
like,
like that?
"Yeah, I liked it a lot." Yeah. Like,
Did I like this?
It's like, what did I
Did
just?
I like this movie?
Am I
was this
angry?
actually something? Yeah, yeah.
Did I
was
just?
like-
No, I didn't waste my time.
It was
did
pretty
I?
good.
Adam Sandler? Okay, you know what?
Really?
When I really think about it, that movie's
worth a whole nother podcast.
Honestly, I would put it up there as one of his best movies just because of the fact that it's so different from all of his other films. It just is.
Whenever he decides
really
to
different.
actually, he's such a talented guy. Whenever he really does decide to have a film that pulls out his acting chops instead of a Happy Madison production, it's good.
I liked it.
It's
just a big.
it's man.
But Happy Madison, I mean, we kind of know this. He just really made that to have fun and have his friends be employed.
Yeah.
So it's like, whatever.
Oh, I don't look. All power to him because that's what I'm gonna do.
He's like, he was like, yo, I got
I'm
it.
gonna
No, that's what I plan to do. Like, if basically at this point, I think it goes like this: if I or you make it first, we're employing one or the other.
Exactly,
Different
bruh.
purposes.
You know.
That's how this goes.
But
Suck it,
Next
Netflix. No, I'm just messing.
just gotta look. I look forward to the animated movie that's coming out. I hope it's just the comics, because that is the comics for Avatar are just seasons 4 and 5, just respectively. Just they are. And if they're like, oh yeah, we'll just do animated movies of that, I'm like, great,
be dope,
sick,
yeah.
because they were awesome. But next up, so the Nerf nuke exists now. This is a thing now. Yes, remember Nerf guns?
Yeah.
Remember
Fires,
playing with
80,
those? Those are cool.
darts.
Yes.
Oh my.
Mm-hmm.
In all directions.
Yep.
Wait, did you say it? Like, I don't see it in here.
Oh, no,
Boys.
it's in here. You just gotta scroll up. It's above the videos, the video links.
Oh.
You'll see.
Oh.
You'll see it in there.
Dude.
It's an article link.
Oh, there's the Hogwarts reveal. Damn. God, these are. How the hell did you send these, man? These are all over the place.
Look, man, I sent it. They did it. The best way to describe it is I copied my notes from up, like from the last thing we discussed up, pasted it, and it decided to put whatever it felt like at the bottom as a link that you guys can
Oh,
click.
okay, there it is. Nerf nuke.
As far as like videos
The
go.
Nerf nuke.
The Nerf nuke.
What?
It's like, it's just cool.
Oh my god.
There we go. The reaction is there. It's
But
like
what a
perfect.
terrifying thing to send someone's way.
Dude, this is
It is a
rad as
big
hell,
ball
man.
that launches Nerf darts in every direction.
That's rad, bro.
Just- That's how you take care of a problem, kids.
Got a
Put yourself a
problem. Need to solve it. Shoot your
By
kids with
thinking.
Nerf.
It's
Had to
generally
be a
it's worth it.
dad.
Also, moving on to the next one, just because that exists, you should go look it up. Just because Nerf nuke at thinkgeek.com. I repeat, thinkgeek.com. They got that. But next up is something that's near and dear to my heart. So Skullgirls, one of my favorite fighting games, most beloved. It's been over for it's been done for about years now, probably over 5 years. It's been on a second encore. Came out on PS4 just because they was like, hey yo, it was really good on PS3. We gave you a second one on PS4. Enjoy. And I'm like, all right, cool. I will enjoy this game that I love so much again. So after
That sounds
we'll
like a
say
plan.
what is basically the entire generation of PlayStation 4, they're like, hey, you know what? We like this game too much to let it die. And I was like, well, I mean, it didn't really die yet. No, shut up. We're making season passes. You get 4 more characters. It's just like, oh, I thought we were done. No, we're not.
Oh man, as a fan, that's
you
gonna
go.
help you out.
Oh, dude, for me, I'm just losing my shit. I'm like, yes, we're getting... Because the deal with Skullgirls, this is an indie fighting game. There's a lot of characters that were left on the cutting room floor. There's a bunch of pictures and stuff like that you can see of all of them. And you get to see all of them. They're in the game in some way, shape, or form. Like, they'll be in the story or something like that. But they just aren't playable. And they were like, so... We're gonna give you 4 more. And we're gonna start off with one of the ones that everybody wanted, which was Annie of the Stars. Which is she is a galaxy surfing... Okay, she's literally a girl that is... like Sailor Moon, but a movie star, and Silver Surfer as well.
Oh my God.
And she has a weird,
Send me a
crazy
link.
super bunny. Dude, it's already there.
Oh yeah, I gotta
Like,
close out the way.
She's she literally surfs around on her Buster sword that she has,
Where is
or tiny sword that she has with her rabbit that she uses as a laser and a weapon,
Let's see this.
because it is.
I don't know. Did I do this already? Yeah, y'all asked the heroes like end or like what comic we'd want to see or something.
Mhm.
Oh, there's no video. That cool.
Oh no, they got a video. There is video of her. If you look up Annie of the Stars, they specifically have video of her.
Annie of the Stars.
But yeah, getting 4 more characters to this game. Wasn't expecting it. That game hasn't added
fuck.
anyone in 7 years.
Weren't they working on like another RPG or something? Like with this
Yeah,
one?
they worked on Indivisible came out, and Indivisible was really good. It was fun. They did that. Technically, Lab Zero is closed. Well, no, Lab Zero is closed now. The original studio working on it due to problems, and the fact that Autumn Games, their publisher, came out and was like, "So we got more stuff for you guys. Check it." I'm like, "Awesome! I didn't expect this at all. Amazing." Next up is the Outriders demo. This is the thing that I'm gonna assume is just gonna replace Anthem for a lot of people. Now that we know it's not happening,
Yeah.
it's just not going anywhere. Outriders looks cool. It is a third-person shooter. I'm all about. It is the weirdest looter shooter I've ever seen because it's a looter shooter with third-person combat, but it has this high focus on almost Doom-like mechanics where it's like, hey, yo, are you in these people's faces and murdering things? Cool, you get your health back. We don't regenerate health around here. You murder things and you get your health back. Are you killing things good? You're getting health back. Are you slashing dudes with your abilities? Yes, you're getting your health back. Are you throwing grenades across the
As
room
it should.
that have turrets that turn into giant turrets and blast things away? Are you doing damage to people? You're getting your health back. It has the most. We want you to be in cover, but we don't want
That's
you
the
to be in cover
tagline
at
for
all.
you getting your health
Mentality.
back.
Did you get your health back? They want you to be in things' faces all the time. They want you to murder everything that comes your way. And I'm like, you know what? Doom is fun. I could get behind that. I could get behind this idea. And they want you to do it with your friends. Because it's a looter. It's a co-op looter shooter. So it's like, do it with your friends. Jump in people's faces. Blow them away with your shotguns. Your special abilities. Your pyromancy. Your technomancy. Your time powers. You have some weird time displacement powers that you can just do to people. Literally disintegrates people. Like, I watched it. It's like a blade that you hit people with, and they turn into skeletons. And I'm like, okay.
Sounds fucking dope.
They got like an Earth one too, where you become like more of an armored super tank, and you can rip up the Earth and throw it and things like that. It's really cool. Genuinely really cool. Worst character creator. One of the worst character creators. Sea of Thieves has the worst one.
Is it really?
The demo's out. It's fun. Yeah, Sea of Thieves has the worst one because it's a random character generator.
Oh, ew.
Like, you go to, it's like select character,
That's
and it's like,
stupid.
okay, here's a bunch of presets. Do you want anything else? And it's like, yeah. So you hit like a button and it randomizes all the characters you can select from again. And it's like, wait, why not just let me make
I
my
hate
character?
when
You
games
have all
do
the
that.
parts here. He's like, you have all the parts here.
You know, I don't like
Why
not having a
random?
fucking choice.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly thrilled.
I like to make my characters, but damn, okay. I guess I'll just choose this random guy that doesn't look anything like I want.
Thank you. You will
Or you
not
can just
be
keep hitting random
receiving
until
my
you get
money.
something. Next up is Stonefly.
What?
Guys, click on this one. This one's a cool game. Honestly, what won me over on this one is the music. It's the best way I can describe it. It is a. The best way to describe it is it's a top-down shooter from the looks of it, with some really interesting mechanics. Because it doesn't look like it actually wants you to shoot all that much. That involves you being a girl in a mecha. It looks like a fly. It is a fly. It's a mecha fly.
Mecha fly. You had me.
It's a
You're
mecha
already
fly.
interested.
As you
Dre, don't fall asleep.
take out take out
Bro,
aliens.
I'm
Like,
tired, bro.
I know. I hear
Almost
you
done,
like
bro.
quieting down. I gotta make sure you're awake.
Almost
You gotta speed
done.
this up. I'm about to fall asleep here, bros.
Cool.
Dude, stand
He's
up.
like, it is
Start
late
doing
for us,
jumping jacks.
so we are-
Right, about to do some jumping jacks or something.
It's fine. We're at the home stretch, boys. State of play speed run, because the state of play happened this week. Actually, don't even have to do it that much. Realize this, you guys covered some of them. It worked itself out. So, Sifu, Solar Ash, and Security Breach, don't gotta worry about that. That was announced at state of play. We already talked about it. Deathloop looks cool. We're doing it. That game is awesome. It's basically BioShock, but with a time loop mechanic. You're playing as an assassin in a time loop. It looks freaking cool. Kenya, it is a
Oh, dude, yeah,
Pixar
Deathloop,
movie. It's literally a Pixar movie.
You told us about it a while ago. Deathloop is probably one of the games I'm looking forward to the most.
It looks it looks really cool. I'm like, all right, we're doing cool things with the BioShock stuff
Yeah,
going
man.
on, and like you're in a city that's in a time loop.
Yeah.
Kenna, I actually called it Kenya. My bad.
All
Kenna,
good.
Bridge of Spirits, essentially is like I said, it's a Pixar movie, but it's a video game.
Oh, that one. Yeah, dude, that one
Straight
looks
up.
so fucking good. Oh my god.
It's a Pixar movie, but a video game.
Like all the little like
I'm like,
fairies or
bro.
whatever it look like.
Mm-hmm.
God. I like me some
I
fairies.
looked
man.
at it and
And
Pixar
games,
movie
but-
brought to a video game is the perfect description, sir. Oh
Yes.
my god. Look, I want all my games to be pretty. I want all my games to be
All of them.
gorgeous like this, bro.
And the last one on that list is FF7 coming to PS5. FF7R, I should say, the remake is coming to PS5. They are also coming out with this DLC, which is called Integrate. Integrate, you play as Yuffie. We're playing as Yuffie.
That's
We're
kinda
playing as Yuffie as she goes back into the city, where like she's in Midgar. She's dealing with Deep Down. For those that know their FF7 lore, it's a problem. it's a problem that has to be dealt with. It looks good. It honestly, Yuffie looks amazing. The game looks really good, guys. The game looks really good. And that's it for the state of play. Last thing that we have to mention, because I specifically skipped on it, because this is what we were gonna end on. It's just how this has to be. We're talking about Pokemon Legends, the freaking Breath of the Wild game that is just Pokemon that people have been asking for
Forever.
Yes.
It's
It's just
happening.
an open world Pokemon game where you run around and you throw a Pokeball and it catches it, and you're like, dope. And you can also like you have survival mechanics, and apparently it takes place in a feudal version of
A feudal.
a feudal version of the Pokemon world, which makes me go like, interesting.
Whoa.
Don't know how we had Pokeballs back then, but it's
Hey,
fine.
man,
It's the one with
let
the
it-
little lockets.
Let it be.
It's
like
fine.
the
It's
Beatles.
because they've established multiple times that there are old Pokeballs. So like you have the ones with the little locks on them.
Mhm.
Like they specifically have like the little combination locks. It looks cool. It's like, all right, we go into the past for Pokemon for the one time. It'll be fun.
Yeah, I like the uniqueness.
But this
of
is
it.
what it.
I've always wanted to see like the past of Pokemon and like what it meant, like what things were like and shit. And so that for me is like a really cool idea.
Yeah,
And-
there's a lot of simply because it's not been touched that much. There's so much open space that you could play around with.
Whole lot
Do
of
whatever.
whole lot of
zip
them.
around.
They just
It's honestly what everybody wanted
Mhm.
for so long, and they did it. And it's like, oh, they've done it. Also, gotta mention this. One last thing I have to mention. Just remembered it off the top of my head. So apparently, they are doing some form, like FF7 is doing some type of remake for mobile, for some reason, that is going to be covering, and this is ambitious as fuck, pretty much the entire FF7 history of games as a mobile game with turn-based combat. So it's going through FF7, the original. It's going through Dirge of Cerberus. It's going through Crisis Core. It's going through Before Crisis, and it's also going through Advent Children
it's very strange.
as a game that just exists on mobile. That's recreated from the ground up to have the classic kind of system, or very similar to the classic kind of system, for no reason. This is probably going to appear on something else, maybe Switch. I have no idea, but it is going to be on phones for sure. I don't talk about mobile games much, but that's kind of one of those ones where you're like, I may need to pick that up.
I'm not a mobile gamer, but I'll give it a look. I'll definitely give it a look.
It's the entire collection remade, with the exception of, R. Just there for you to play it. I looked at that and was like, you guys are some ballsy motherfuckers to try to do that. Just the whole thing. But I'm gonna say that does it for our news. Obviously, we're tired. We're recording this a little late, so we're gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna say thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for joining us. Please send us emails.
I love you.
We love you.
We love
give
all
the
of you.
audience a kiss. I was like, throw us emails, ask us questions at paperplayaction@gmail.com. Go to the Patreon as well, support us. Like we said before, 20% of all proceeds go to a charity of our choosing. Right now we're doing Feeding America, so any proceeds from that will go to Feeding America. But we will catch you guys next time on Paper Play Action. Sorry for the rush delivery on this last bit, but man, we're tired. It's been a long day for us.
It's been a long day.
Very long.
But absolutely glad to have been here. Glad you guys got to get the news, or at least some of it from us. Thank you for having me, guys.
We got all of it. We managed to get to the end of it. No time for that. No time for that rant, though. You guys are full.
Oh God, yeah.
That'll be a different
Can't
time.
lose you guys on air. But bye everyone. We will catch you.
Catch you next time, guys.
Peace, guys. Have a good one.